Hi friends, Ryan from Barn 3 here, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can set up one of our OXU pedals to work with the Boss 200 series like this MD200. Now it's good to remember that any of our OXU pedals can work with the Boss pedals, including our OXU 3 and the OXU standard. But for this video I'm going to be using the OXU Mini, mainly because of its compact size. Now, a few things to go over right up front here. Number one, if you're choosing to use an OXU mounting plate, we recommend that you do all the programming on your pedal first. Make sure that's out of the way before you mount it to the plate, because once you do, you won't have access to the slide switch on the back of the OXU. If you have any questions on why you might want to use the plate, or if you have questions about how to install pedals on the plate, we have a whole separate video that will go over that. Secondly, every OXU will come with a custom Barn 3 TRS cable that's about 11.5 inches long, which will completely work in this setup, especially if you have a pedal board where you can route cables underneath your board. But if you want a slightly tighter fit for this particular setup, I would recommend our 7.5 inch cable, which you can also get on our website. And finally, we have our custom OXU TRS to barrel plug power adapter, which is only used for Boss pedals, so we will be using it in this scenario. Now, the first thing we need to do to get this setup working is we need to make sure that our OXU is configured properly. You notice that there's a slide switch on the back and bottom of every OXU. And all we're going to do for this setup is we're going to slide the switches all the way to the right so that they're on the B setting, which stands for Boss. The back one on B and the bottom one on B. Now, generally speaking, the OXU pedals are passive devices. They don't need power. However, they do need to be powered specifically when we're working with any Boss pedal. So you'll notice on our OXU 3, it's got a standard 9-volt center negative power port on the side, so you can power it directly. But keep in mind that for Boss pedals, they only allow you to program 2 foot switches. So on the OXU 3, this foot switch would not be able to be programmed. Now on the OXU Mini and the OXU Standard, we wanted to keep these as small as we possibly could. So that's where this little Barn 3 adapter becomes necessary. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and plug it into the right-hand side of the OXU Mini. Then we're going to take a standard 9-volt center negative Boss style barrel plug and plug it in. Then we've got our TRS cable in the back in the control port, and we're going to plug it into the left-hand side of the OXU Mini. Now we have to go ahead and program the Boss pedal itself. So to do that, we're going to press the tap division and memory buttons at the same time. Then we're going to use the rate knob to scroll over until we see C1F, and that corresponds to the left button of the OXU. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to program this to be preset down and this one to be preset up. So I'm going to press the rate knob, and I'm going to scroll over until I see NDN. I'm going to press the rate knob again. I'm going to scroll until we see C2F, that's this button. Press the rate knob. I'm going to scroll until we see NUP. Then we can press the tap division and memory button again to get out. And now you'll see we have preset up, preset down. We got our active bypass button, and we still have our tap here. And that's how you program the Boss 200 series pedals. If you have any other questions or want to learn more, please head over to barn3.com.